Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm redoing a video that I did where I tested 3 cartridges on a steel plate for penetration. I believe I found a more efficient way to convey the information that I wanted to convey. So the 3 cartridges are on the left here. I have the M855, known as the green tip. In the middle I got the XM193, and on the right I have a full metal jacket 308. Okay, that's not a soft point or a hunting round. That's a penetrating round. And the 2 rifles that I used for the 308, I used the Vepr. And then for the 5.56 rounds, I used the Palmetto AR-15. Both of these rifles have 16-inch barrels. Okay. So let's take a look at the steel plate. It's a mild steel. It is a half-inch thick. Okay, half-inch thick. And if you look at the 5.56 cartridge, the part of the bullet that protrudes from the case is also a half-inch long, so that will it's a good way to gauge how deep it went. So let's take a rough look at the holes over here. Over here I've got the XM193. You can see how deep that went. Okay, and that roughly comes out to 19% of an inch. Okay, and then over here I have the 308. Okay. The 308 went in roughly 21% of an inch. And over here I've got the green tip. Okay, that's the M855. That went in roughly 37% of an inch. Okay, so the 308 beat the 193 by just 2 percentage points. And then the green tip beat both of them almost by double. Okay, not quite double, but almost by double. Now the reason why the green tip works so well at penetrating steel is because there's a steel rod that runs down the center of the bullet. Okay, and what happens is when on impact, the lead around it braces that steel rod and drives it into the steel. So that's why you can see it's got that fine hole right down the center. Now the 308 did make a slightly wider hole, and it's only slightly, maybe 10%. I did measure it out. You know, it's a small difference, maybe 10% wider. So a lot of that energy went into making a slightly wider hole. The plate also bulged out in the back. Okay, this one over here, where my thumb is, that's the 308. So it did bulge out a little bit more on the back side. So now let's look at some more detail as far as the numbers that I used to come up with these percentages. And again, these are percentages of an inch. Okay, so we got 19% on the 193, 21% on the 308, 37% on the green tip, and this was shot at 40 yards. Okay, so the way I came up with these numbers is after I shot it, I put the caliper in the hole, all right, and then the total depth on the 193 over here was 0.250, and then if you notice here, there's a little bit of that's basically the lead that cratered back out, and that comes back out past the plate. So what I did is I measured the height of that lead crater, okay, which came out to a 0.065, and then I subtracted the 2 numbers. So that gave me a net 0.185 penetration. Okay, so 0.185, which I rounded up to 19%. On the 308, the total depth penetration was 0.240, less a 0.030 for the lead that came back out. Okay, and then that gave me a net 0.210. Okay, so that gave me the 21% of an inch penetration. And on the green tip, when I measured the depth, it came out to 0.420. Then the lead that cratered back out came out to 0.055 for a net 0.365 penetration, which rounds out to 37% of an inch. Okay. And again, this was shot at 40 yards. And this is pretty objective. This is what it did on mild steel plate. I have seen some videos where the XM193 did better against AR 500. Okay, but against the steel plate that I used, the green tip did way better, like almost twice as better. Not quite twice as better, but almost twice as better. So if you guys got any comments or feedback, please post it in the comments section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a member, subscribe. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that bell. I'll give you notifications of any future videos that I post. I'll see you guys next time.